Hello everyone. Today I will be reading Caps for Sale, a tale of a peddler, some monkeys, and their monkey business. This is told and illustrated by Esphyr, I'm not quite sure how to say his name, Slobodkina. I'm not quite sure how to say his last name either. I just did my best. You may have read this book before. It's a pretty popular story. So I can see the man, the peddler, his hats, and it looks like the monkeys are right here. Maybe they're gonna steal the hats. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like an ordinary peddler, carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on top of his head. First he had on his own checked cap, then a bunch of gray caps, then a bunch of brown caps, and then a bunch of blue caps, and on the very top, a bunch of red caps. He walked up and down the streets, holding himself very straight so as not to upset his caps. And as he went along, he called, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street and he walked down the street calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody wanted even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," said he, and he walked out of town slowly, so as not to upset his caps. He walked for a long time until he came upon a great big tree. "That's a nice place for rest," thought he. And he sat down very slowly under the tree and leaned back little by little against the tree trunk so as not to disturb the caps on his head. Then he put on his hand to feel if they were straight. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, the blue caps, the red caps, on very top. They were all there, so he went to sleep, and he slept for a long time. When he woke up, he was refreshed and rested. Uh-oh, he only has one cap on. Let me go back. He had all of them. Now he just has one. But before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place. And all he felt was his own checked cap. He looked to the right of him, no caps. He looked to the left of him, no caps. He looked to the back of him, no caps. And he looked behind the tree, no caps. Then he looked up into the tree, and what do you think he saw? This is a good time to make a prediction. As we know from the cover, there's some monkeys. So what do you think might have happened? On every branch sat a monkey. On every monkey was a gray or brown or blue or a red cap. The peddler looked at all the monkeys. The monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. Finally, he spoke to them. "You monkeys, you," he said, shaking a finger at them. "You give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their fingers back at him and said, "Tisk, tisk, tisk." This made the peddler angry, and he shook both hands at them and said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook both their hands back at him and said, "Tisk, tisk, tisk." Now he felt quite angry. He stamped his foot and he said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped their feet back at him and said, "Tisk, tisk, tisk." Oh, there's his foot stamping in the picture. By this time, the peddler was really very, very angry. He stamped both his feet and shouted, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped both their feet back and said, "Tis, tis, tis." At last, he became so angry that he pulled off his own cap, threw it on the ground, and began to walk away. But But then each monkey pulled off his cap. And all the gray caps, and all the brown caps, and all the blue caps, and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. So the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, then the red caps on very top. And slowly, slowly he walked back to town calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." The end. Those stinking monkeys stealing his caps. This would be a real easy book to make your own version of it. Like you could say you had, I don't know, 10 jelly beans and maybe another animal stole them, like a duck or maybe a bunny. If you have extra time, maybe you could do that. Make your own version of this book. Bye guys, I'll see you later.